Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, everybody. Welcome to the Nourishing Tradition. Here I will be talking about what parents do to destroy the creativity of their children. So, number one will be when there is no tolerance for messy play, no patience for giving a room to the child to use his toys, to use his crafts, to use his artwork, to use the paints around in the house, rather worrying about how much messy the dining table is going to be, or there are colors on the wall, or colors on the crayons, or anything on the carpet. So give them room to maneuver. Give them a wall, put papers on it, keep on changing the sheets of the paper, let them freely doodle and squiggle on the walls. This will allow their free movement of the hands. It's gonna create a good body, hand, and eye movement. And later on in life, when they'll start to write, so it will help them. This activity will help them. And another activity which really helps a child is monkey bars, because monkey bars allow a child for looking on his hand, where the hand's going, the movement of his hand and eye. So a good eye and hand coordination allows a child at the age of 7 to start writing, not before that, please, parents. Other things which can reduce their creativity are not accepting their failures. If they come up with new sentences, new paragraphs, and you find mistakes in them, don't ridicule them. Don't point out at the mistakes right then and there. Don't shrug them off. And then we will come to comparisons. Comparison really hinders a child's mind in thinking that he has to produce a similar kind of a work or a similar kind of a behavior which his parents really admire. Like, it can be a comparison with his cousins, with his siblings, with the older siblings, or someone in the neighborhood. So this thing can really hinder his own originality of ideas and his own creativity, because he is being productive here and he's producing the kind of work which his parent wants. Unless it's something related with aqidah and fiqh issues and Islamic issues, you can definitely correct him. Next one is the herd mentality. And herd mentality is again the similar things you want the child to produce, which you see another person or person's child doing. For example, oh, my friends' children, they are doing taekwondo, they're doing swimming, they're doing Quran lessons. So my children are not doing anything. Don't compare with anyone. Your children have their own pace and they will learn swimming. Every child learns swimming. A baby can even swim, and if he gets the opportunity. So my daughter, she learned swimming by just simply going out into the swimming pool with her friends with the support, and now she doesn't need any support. So we had no classes, swimming classes for her. She was just simply swimming with her friends and her dad, which really helped her in being confident in the deep water and in water. So other things are, if a parent is not allowing enough exposure to the outdoors, nature, don't underestimate nature, moms. Nature therapy is an amazing healer and a teacher. So there's a really good book by Richard Louv, The Lost Child in the Woods, and other books, Vitamin N is for nature. How much these concrete walls and these concrete villages have made us nature deficit. We really need to ponder on this, how much time we have spent in our childhood in nature and how much our children are spending. Do we feel more secure when we take them outdoors? We need to remove this barrier that it's harmful to be in nature. No, it's not harmful to be in nature. Children really, they develop a lot of immunity when they play in the sand, when they play in mud. And the book I will put down in the description box below and you can check it there. So the book also tells us that there are 30 senses which we can nurture if we stay in nature. Overstructuring a child's routine can also hinder his creativity. If there is no free time for playing, no free time for hugs and kisses and relaxing, then you're really missing out on that bonding and the relationship which you can build with your child. And another thing I want to point out is uninvited teaching. If a child is bombarded with questions, or he is forced to say something or recite Surah Fatiha or recite the table of five in front of public, in front of friends, just for the parent, for the sake of telling other people that look, he knows the table of five, or he knows Surah Fatiha, this might hinder his creativity, in a sense that a parent will spoil the child's purity of intent. Learning is for oneself. Learning is not thinking what others will think. Learning is to nurture your child's brain. It's not to show other people how much your child knows. And learning is a constant. When a child is born, he's learning. So it will always be there from cradle to grave. Everybody is learning. So don't stop the learning by uninvited teaching. And if a parent is worrying too much about himself going in Jannah, the child is looking up to him. The child knows that I also have to worry about my going in Jannah. But if a parent is only worrying about the child to do hifz, to do his salah, so that he can go to Jannah, and not considering his own amal, a child can really create confusion in his mind, and a child can really see double standards of the parents. And at one point, it might confuse him so much that, is it about us or is it about in general everybody? So like, share and subscribe. See you in my next video on how a parent can or might spoil a child's character. And ma salama.